What you're about to watch is a special private training session for people who bought a copy of my book, Built to Serve. Enjoy. Well, welcome everybody. Doing some Built to Serve Insiders Readers group. The poll question was from Michael, who said, owning your time and schedule. So my quick take on this, and then we'll get to questions from you guys, whatever I can help answer in this little mini break for us today. I love energy zones. I think staying in the same energy zone really matters. So today is Thursday. All of my public facing stuff was on a Thursday. I start with Movement Makers, which always gets me. I'm an introvert, right? So I don't wake up and like, hey, Michael, join just in time. We're doing your question right now, Michael. Drive safe though. Drive safe. I get so much love from Movement Makers that gets me fired up for the rest of the day. And so all I have to do on a Thursday is do my public facing stuff. So all day long, it's just interviews and sessions like this and podcasts, and I had Movement Makers and then 3 podcasts and then this and then like 4 more podcasts and then live streaming tonight. But I'm not worried about my YouTube channel. I'm not worried about my team. I'm not worried about anything else besides just spreading the message today. And I think it's great to stay in that energy zone, because the energy I got from Movement Makers, I'm still pouring into the next group. And the love I get from you guys, I'm pouring into my podcast right after this. And so I don't have to switch. I think switching between different tasks ends up being really, it's challenging for everybody, maybe extra challenging for me. Because I think to spend half an hour on a podcast and then 20 minutes writing the book and then 40 minutes doing something else, you end up just getting nothing done. You feel like, if you ever felt like, I worked all day, but I got nothing done, it's probably because you're switching between energy states too much. And so all I have to worry about today is this one thing of spreading the message. Yesterday was my project day. So this is a change that I made in the past year or year and a half that really made a huge impact, was adding project day in the middle. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday is my YouTube day. It's crazy. It's just, I got to make videos for 12 different channels, plus do strategy, plus it's just all day long. If you're on my team, don't try to reach me on a Tuesday. It's not going to happen. I'm just making videos. Today is crazy. Just all day long interviews and podcasts and Skypes and just all day long. So in the middle, Wednesday is open day. Wednesday is my project day. Wednesday, I wake up and like, what do I want to work on today? It doesn't turn into like, let's play League of Legends all day. Like, I like working, but I get to basically pick whatever project I want to work on. And I like having the freedom in the middle of the week between the 2 crazy days. It used to be like write my book day, right? If I'm writing the book, I need a whole day. It's hard to write a book in 20 minutes a day, because it takes you 20 minutes just to get back into what you were doing. Any kind of creative work, if you're doing creative work, you need like chunks of time without the stress of, I need to be done by 1 o'clock so I can go off and do this thing. That kills your creativity. So Wednesday is creative work day. And I've just found I get way more stuff done, working the same number of hours, but just way more productive because I'm not shifting my energy too much. Now, you may not be in complete control of your day. You might have a job, you might have customers, you might have other responsibilities, family, whatever. So whatever is inside your calendar that you can control, just being more intentional with it and making sure that what's in your calendar is going to help you get your goals, right? Like if you want to have a YouTube channel. I was talking about, just before this, I was on a podcast with a guy who's like, help me build my YouTube channel. Okay, great. Well, show me, where in your calendar have you dedicated time to make YouTube videos? Oh, I haven't done that. Well, that's why you're not making YouTube videos, dude. It's not in your calendar. Like if you just hope you have time to do something, guess what? Hope is not a day of the week. It doesn't ever happen. It's like, yeah, that's why I haven't made a video in the past 3 months. Okay, great. So we can change that. We can add that. We can put it in. But your actions have to be, mapped to your ambitions. What's in your calendar has to be the thing that you're working towards every day. So I like different days for different things. I have my morning routine, which I do every day. And then I fall into whatever that day is going to be. So mentoring day, Monday, YouTube day, Tuesday, Wednesday's open project day, creative day, Thursday's public facing day, interviews. Friday is CEO day, grow the business. Saturday is fun day. And then Sunday is family admin day. And even that's an important distinction. Sunday is go grocery shopping. do the laundry. Whatever has to get done. Clean up the condo. You know, all the stuff that you have to do to live life that is not fun, but that's kind of required. We on a Sunday, but it's not on Saturday. I'm not folding laundry on a Saturday. Saturday is the only day where I don't even do the dishes. You know, my wife cooks and I do the dishes after. Not Saturday. Saturday, I'll leave the dishes for Sunday. Like Saturday is fun day. And it's important, I think, to put up the blocks on your calendar to more, not just like what you are going to do, but what you're not going to do. I'm not going to get interrupted by my team today. I am not going to work on my YouTube channel today. I am not going to. And I think that really helps you stay a lot more focused. And then my last just quick thought, and then we can open up if you want me to go in deeper. And Michael, I know you're here. So if you got questions on that, it's just kind of top level. But it also lets you miss the work. I like to miss the work. Like you guys, we see each other once a week now. It's like, I miss you guys in between. Yeah, it's like we get this, and then tomorrow I'm not missing you. But then come like Tuesday, Wednesday, like, when we get the readers group. And then Thursday comes, we're like, hey, we're back. And so if you only do something once a week, you're always missing it when it comes up. So I haven't made YouTube videos since Tuesday. I'm not missing it yet, but come like Friday, Saturday, it's like, I want to make some YouTube videos. So whatever day I'm about to jump into, I'm always missing the work as opposed to kind of getting bored or overwhelmed or whatever from it. So that's really helped me. And again, you may not be able to control your whole day, but whatever you can control, just being intentional with it and asking yourself, hey, over the next week, I've got 7 days, and inside of that, I've got 14 hours that I can play with. How am I going to use those 14 hours that are my time to be able to move closer to achieving the goals that I've got for myself? That's my quick take. Michael, did it help? Or you guys got extra questions? You want to dive deeper on it?
I got another question. Can I ask?
Yeah, Michael. Then we'll go to Niall. I saw his hand up too. What do you got?
Okay. So at the end of the day, do you have a time that you stop with your work, and then that's your family time to spend with your kid, or with the wife, or are you like until you go to bed, like you're on making videos until 8 p.m. and then you do your bedtime routine and go to bed?
So if I look at a normal breakdown, with kind of family time, so I'll go for a walk with my wife in the morning. So I'll take the dogs out, then we'll go for a walk, and we spend the first 45 minutes to an hour of the day kind of just setting up for the day. We're both not morning people, so at the beginning we're not really talking. Just kind of like holding hands and walking outside. And then as like the sun hits you and the fresh air, we start having a conversation. Hey, what's up for today? How'd you sleep last night? And just kind of, I like welcoming the day with some fresh air and not just being inside all the time. Especially now with everything going on, is like we don't get enough outside stuff that we get to do. Then usually we'll take a break at 2:30. We both have that on our calendar as a break for half an hour, 2:30 to connect. It could be, depending on how we're feeling, it could be another like quick outside, just take the dogs to the park, super quick, come back up. But that kind of built into our schedule. After that, I'll go back to work, usually until at least 5 to 6 is like my buffer zone for anything urgent. So, today is my interview day. I actually have a gap from 5 to 6, but I put that in because we book so far in advance for guests, for me to be on shows, that if something really urgent comes up, I hate having to postpone somebody or canceling somebody. Like worst case we can, but if some big opportunity comes up, we have that as our buffer zone. Just kind of like hotels, often the penthouse suite is open just in case some big person comes in. There's a room for them. They have to kick somebody out. 6 to 7:30-ish, I'm doing my live stream, usually 4 days a week with Zan here and Drew. And then from 7:30 to 9, it's usually playing with the kids. Right now we're doing a lot of Minecraft together, because 3 different cities, nieces and nephews, all that stuff. And we just join on a Minecraft server together. I'm not very good at Minecraft, but whatever, it's a fun thing to do. And I think there's a lot of actual life lessons that happen. Like If you go and you build your character in Minecraft and then you step into lava and you lose all your stuff, do you rage quit and freak out, or can you talk that through, right? And like, I think you can parent and teach and life lessons through everything. And the more you're doing things that they like, as opposed to like forcing to do what you want, there's actually better teaching there. 9 to 10, Nina and I usually watch a show. Right now we're watching Homeland. We're on the last season of Homeland, working our way through. Usually we're watching like some of the superhero movies or shows, Legends of Tomorrow, and what else do we watch? Green Arrow. Anyway, there was this big gap of no shows coming out. So like, oh, we got nothing to watch. So we fell into Homeland, and that's pretty good. But that's 1 hour. Then I wash the dishes, take the dogs out, answer the questions. I do like 10 questions with Evan. And then we get ready for bed. So that's a typical like Monday to Friday kind of day. Friday night, we'll probably actually stay up a little bit later and do stuff together. But that's a typical weekday. So there's a morning time, there's an afternoon time, and there's an evening time, spread out between like just the two of us or time with family too. So far works, but it's constant like minor adjustments as we go. Niall, what'd you got?
Hey, can you hear me today?
Yeah, we got you. Yeah.
Excellent. Yes.
Hey, your wall is basically the same as mine, dude. It's just flipped.
It's orange. Mine's orange. Yours is coming through with red. I love your office,
yours
by the way.
Kind of looks red, just a little lighter, but I like it, dude. This is great.
Yeah. Thanks. And listen, I haven't had a chance to speak. This is fantastic at what you're doing here. And I think this is great. And everything that people share is fantastic. You mind if I take it off topic just for a little bit from the scheduling, or do you want to focus on
whatever you guys want?
One quick question I had was, what would you suggest, or what's your thought on building a brand on you as a person compared to building a brand around an entity or a company name or a theme?
Person's always easier.
Okay.
Your story is your greatest advantage.
Right.
Why is somebody going to buy from you versus some giant corporation? Because they feel like you actually care about them. But where you lose is you don't have the history, you don't have the reputation, you don't have the name brand yet. If you think about whoever the biggest competitors are in your industry, like why? It's the old expression of nobody got fired for buying IBM. Like the big brands, they're trusted. So they may not treat you super well, but at least you know what you're getting, and they have a history, and they're likely not going to screw you over. So if you're a logo, you're basically taking the worst of both worlds. Where if you make it your personal brand, they may not know you yet, but it's like, man, this guy cares. That's why sharing your story, right? I mean, why I emphasize it so much in here is sharing your story matters. Is what makes people connect to you. That, okay, maybe you don't have the history or the reputation yet, but man, I feel like this guy actually cares about me, and I want to do business with him.
And how about if the theme itself builds on and stems from my story and how I could further serve? That's where I'm thinking I'm going. Considering I've just rebranded myself, I've rebranded myself, but it's not me necessarily. It's me. I'm all that on my branding, but it's backed by a mantra.
And that has to tie to your purpose.
Of course.
Yeah, that's why you tell your story, because that's who you're trying to help. In reading your story, I need to feel like, oh my God, this guy gets me.
Right.
This guy is exactly who I am, and I need his help. Like you're 100 steps ahead, but you're the same person, and so I can learn from you because you get me. That's your biggest advantage. Your story is your biggest advantage as an entrepreneur.
Right. I just didn't know if it would be possession from, hey, Niall, it's me, or the concept of my brand. Not the concept, but the positioning of my brand. So it opens up something that becomes familiar, very similar to your one word. That's where.
Yeah, like you are your brand.
Right.
So it's not. This is what happened with your one word and then Built to Serve. Is believe isn't just a strategy for me. I am believe. It's my who. Same thing for all you guys. Like when you figure out your who, it's who you are, and you show up everywhere as that. So I right now I'm believing in you guys, and I'm believing all the people that I'm doing shows with afterwards. But when I come home, it's still believe. It's still spreading believe to my wife and my family. It takes on a different life, right? I'm not telling Nina, go make your YouTube content and spread your message, but it's still believing in her. So it's not just a hat that you wear, it's actually who you are. So Niall equals blank, not just, oh, this is my business stands for this, but I stand for something different.
Right. Perfect. Thank you.
Virendra, did I pronounce that okay?
Yeah, that's right. Ivan, thank you for having these sessions. Wonderful to have you. Thanks a lot, first of all. And hi, everyone. My question is on this point you just mentioned about the one word. So I got your one word book now, so reading through it. But if you can kind of help in terms of how we find it, and will be get that through quickly so we can start more.
Did you go through the 5 questions of like your favorite teacher?
No, I have just started reading it yesterday only, so I have got to that point, the chapter 2, where the 5 questions are there. So I'll be going to answer them.
Okay, so that honestly, that's the best thing. Like, go through the questions. Both books were not designed as just read the book and put it away. It's like you have to think. You have to do the exercises. It's almost a workbook inside a book. If you want to get the value out of it, I think the best thing is go through the questions, and if you get stuck, come back next week and we'll workshop it.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Thank you.
I saw a lady had her hand up. Lady Lexi.
I'm trying to figure out how to work my schedule, as in recording videos and all the other stuff. Ever since I've been dealing with the death of my mom and my cat, and I'm swamped by whether it's an appointment with the attorney, cleaning up the house, you name it, real estate agents, of course, my brother and my sister. But, I have limited amount of energy. I have to juggle through it all. So you were talking about your schedule during the day, and I'm like, okay, how would I be able to maintain some sort of schedule along with the regular clients I've got and trying to get my story online? That's actually why I didn't record, because I was so tired at night.
Yeah. So, there are moments where you need to give yourself more grace, right? And sorry to hear about your mom and your cat. And, we lost our family dog not too long ago. And some people, see that as mushy or whatever, but that's a big deal. Like, it's part of your family. We also lost my sister-in-law last year at the end of the year, like 40 years old, died to some super rare cancer, 3 kids, 1 teen and 2 preteens. And that took us all out. I was not being nearly as productive as I could have been. I wasn't doing as many shows as I usually had. My Wednesday or Friday might have been completely gone. Instead of doing creative work, I'm spending the time with my nieces or nephews, just not even doing much, just being with them because their mom just died. And what do you do as an 8-year-old, right? Just to have some kind of love there. They're still, they were trying to figure out school or no school and just dealing with it. So there's grace, there are some moments in life where you have to give yourself a little bit more grace and understand that you're not going to be at your regular capacity. When I broke my neck, that was brutal, but I still made videos every day. I think like having something that you can hang your hat on to even if you're tired, even if you're not 100%, just to look back and say, like, I'm still not giving up on my ambitions. So whatever that looks like for you, like if making videos is really important to you, I would still make videos and post. Like, you can make a 5-minute video. I made a video from my hospital bed with my broken neck and a concussion. And Doug Watler is not here in the house right now, but he took a screenshot of it and it looks like I'm dead. I mean, it's probably just a bad screenshot too, but I've got my neck brace on, like this giant scab across my forehead. And it was definitely not anywhere close to being my best content, but I'm, and looking back, super proud that I still did it to do the difficult thing when it's hard. It wasn't my best content. It was a 5-minute video instead of, I committed to going live every day, right? While I was on my tour. And everybody, yeah.
So it's okay to let go of the structure, with the opinion and all that stuff, and just post like 1-minute videos and, without the beginning and the end, the bumper and the footer.
Yeah.
Is it okay to let go of all that?
At the end of the day, all that matters is how proud are you of yourself? Are you proud that you did the best that you could given what you had? So if you're going to say, hey, I can either not make a video because it's not perfect, or I can make a 1-minute video with everything else going on, but it won't have the structure, I'd rather you make the 1-minute video.
Okay, I can work with. I did record them. I just didn't post them all of them, and I did write notes. So I would like to go in it, after all.
Post and then recognize. Now, if it's a year later and you're still here, that's a problem, right? So like there's a grace period, and grief is real, right? But if it's 3 years later and you're still in grief and you still can't do anything, then that's a bigger problem that we need to work through. But for the most part, I think of all the negative emotions, if you think positive emotions like courage and ambition and drive and service and all that, and negative emotions of fear and anger and jealousy and all of that, every negative emotion I want to try to eliminate from my life, except for grief. Grief is a special one. Like I don't want to have jealousy in my life. I don't want to have anger or any of the like strong negative emotions. But grief, not that I want grief in my life, but it just has to be worked through. Like if I'm jealous about somebody, I don't want to I want to fix it and get rid of it. I don't want to be jealous of other people. But grief, you can't just get rid of it. Like if you dive into your work, it's still there. You can't just forget about it. And so you have to work through it, and time will heal, and you won't be as productive as you could be, normally would be. And that's fine. There's a little bit of grace, I think all of us. And if you haven't had any grief yet, it's going to happen at some point. I mean, it's just the human experience.
I did have it. And of course, I still go to therapy like 2 times a week for my ankles. So, it's juggling with the limited amount of energy. But I also noticed that I really want to continue on with the business. The drive is there.
So make your 1-minute videos and release it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. If you want to get a copy of Built to Serve and join us live for our next training with me to ask your questions, you can go get the book right there next to me, right there. I'll see you there. I'll see you to get the book. It's a good one. Much love.